I had to get another job that would put me from 6 p.m. to morning. Both jobs cannot even put like 100K for me for that month. My salary was low. I couldn't cope with it. So I had to leave and I entered Alaba. My name is Chukwudebelu Elojuku Samuel. I own Auxell musical equipment. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I grew up in Anambra State, or refitted to be precise. Life was not easy growing up because then my family was not really stable. My dad is a tanker driver, but my mom, she's a caterer, but a medium one. Growing up as a kid, we didn't have enough then, and we didn't have the basic that most people, the neighbors, they had. Like going to someone's house to watch television, we have to peep from the window, knowing that they have those things and we don't have it. And sometimes they will shame me about that. Your mom doesn't have this, your dad doesn't have this, your parent doesn't have this. I used to be a church boy. I'm always in church. I used to live in a parish house where the Reverend Fathers have to help with some basic needs that will help me put through schools and all of that. I finished my nursery and primary education in Anambra State. Then I had to move back to Lagos to stay with my brother. He put me through the secondary school and I had to stay at home for a couple of years. So when I came out of school, I got a job in a hospital in Festac where I worked for a couple of years and the salary wasn't enough for me. So I had to get another job that would put me from 6 p.m. to morning. From that work, I would enter the next one, then go into the bathroom, change and have to resume work to the next one just to meet up because my salary was low and I couldn't cope with it. I had to start thinking what next to do to put food on my table and have a comfortable life. My elder brother used to be in Alaba International. I had that discussion with him and he advised me if I can quit the job. It was a little bit difficult for me to leave the job because at least that was where I was getting a token from. So I had to leave and I entered Alaba International. So when I told my family about my decision to drop my job and look for a business to do, they were like, what kind of business do you want to do? I told them, I want to go and learn trade. Trade how? From who? And what are you going to learn in particular? I told them musical instruments. They started questioning me, what do you mean by musical instrument? I said, yes, like guitar, microphones. I want to start selling those things. They said, who they use those things? I said, churches, clubs, and artists. And they were like, how many churches buy this and buy that? So it was discouraging them, but because of the passion I have for this, and I feel that those are the basic things I know. So I have the basic knowledge about those instruments. And I wanted to do something that I have passion for. I started looking out for a friend who does that same business. So I went to meet him in Alaba and told him I wanted to learn the trade. And he offered to help. And he taught me for 6 months. And that was where I picked up from. And I started doing the business small. And having to raise capital too was a little bit difficult because I don't have anyone to give me that bulk money to start up this business. So I had to start online. So there I would go to people's shop, snap their product, post them online, and because the customers will not be able to give you money, they don't have that trust to send money to you to bring the goods. We have to bring the goods there for them. They will look at it, test it, before they will now eventually pay you the money. And getting those goods out of the market too was a little difficult for me. So sometimes I will have to drop my BlackBerry phone to pick those products as collateral, then take it to the customer. When they pay, I'll come back, give the oga that had the goods his money and take back my phone. So little by little, I was building capital and God so kind, I had to import, because I started with accessories so that I could raise money. I had to import some accessories that got into Nigeria and it became scarce inside the market, and I had to sell mine at a very high margin, and I made a lot of profits from them. I wasn't doing anything in Alaba. I don't have any customer, like a base customer there. Most of my customers are from online. So that was where I started building capitals, and from there I started bringing in drum sets in a container. Got into Instagram, and if I can say it, we are one of the biggest musical equipment dealer on that app. My business, to say, is an online business. That's the standard we are keeping because in the next couple of years to come in Nigeria, you won't have to have people going to market, walking up and down to look for stuff to buy. So we have stores just for pick up and to exhibit some products, but 90% of our sales comes from online. So we are always busy online, taking orders, taking calls, posting products, and editing prices. So that's what I do from morning till evening. I started making our own product, Auxell Professional. Like I said, I have love for musical instruments and I've always wanted to have a product of my name on this field. So we had a lot of consultation from some sound engineers on how to do our own specifications of speakers and audio equipment. So that was where we started from, and today we have speakers on our name, mixers, microphone, and a lot of audio equipment on our own brand, Auxell Professional. And we've been into partnership with most of the artists in Nigeria too. We have worked for them and a couple of instrumentalists. For we to reach out to more people, I started making inquiries of where to open another outlet apart from being in Alaba, because most of our customers they were unable to visit us there because of the road network and how far it might be for some people. I wasn't staying in Lekki. I came to Lekki. I started going around looking for stores, and eventually we got one. I did business for a couple of months in the store, and during that NSAS, our store was looted. They made away with all the products. I had to start all over again. I couldn't retire. The journey, I felt that was my starting point. It's part of the challenges we need to face as business owners in Nigeria. We had to restock, started again. One of the challenges we normally face in this online business has to do with the banking system. My mode of transaction is a customer has to pay in money to us and we have to receive the alert before we deliver that item. So sometimes a customer will send you a slip of payment and it will take sometimes 1 or 2 days for you to confirm that payment, and while the customer has to start panicking, calling you on the phone every second and start reposting that he has been scammed, while in our own end we've not gotten this payment that this customer made. So I had to ask questions on the bank I can transact with that is faster on receiving payments, and I asked a friend about any method of payment from his own side. He said yes, that he has a faster way of confirming money from customers these days. I said, who? How? He said one bank like that. He mentioned Moniepoint. Since I started using Moniepoint, business has been easier when it comes to banking sector. Once the customer swipe, I'll be able to be credited immediately. Unlike every other bank that you have to wait for 24 hours for them to credit you, but Moniepoint will credit you immediately. Sometimes whenever I send my account number to customers, once they see Moniepoint, they'll be like, okay, that's fine. But when you send them some couple of banks, they'll be like, hi, Oga, hope you will confirm my payment too, because I think they're used to delays from other banks and they are used to Moniepoint's fast transaction. So Moniepoint has been good when it comes to running a business. We've grown so big and we have branch in Lekki now. We have in Port Harcourt, we have on the mainland, which is Alaba International. We're hoping to be in Abuja very soon. I can now have my basic time with my family, my children, and I can as well travel if I want to. I can work remotely wherever I am. All I have to do is just to log in and reply messages, take calls. So I'm even still growing the business. For a couple of months, I got another degree on sound and acoustics. So to me, the business is still growing. It has future. It's still growing. So it's not something I can trade for anything. For now, I can't.